Hi there, Pharmacist Ben here. I want to talk today a little bit about something called fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia, the key to understanding what's going on here is in the name. Fibromyalgia means muscle fiber pain, fibromyalgia. Technically speaking, fibromyalgia is a condition that affects a part of the body called the connective tissue, and this is really why fibromyalgia is so difficult to pin down as a disease state. I don't like calling it a disease because really the symptoms that are associated with fibromyalgia are really nothing more than an inflammation of the connective tissue and probably an inflammation of the muscle fibers as well. So the key to understanding how to deal with fibromyalgia is in understanding how to build the connective tissue. The connective tissue does much more than just connect. It obviously does that. It connects all the parts of the body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. But the connective tissue is also responsible for feeding, for oxygenating, and for detoxifying all the other cells of the body, including the muscle cells. So it really boils down to dealing with the connective tissue. Now, an interesting factoid about fibromyalgia is 90% of the patients, of fibromyalgia patients, are female. Whenever you have a health challenge that affects mostly women, you want to first and foremost think about the hormone estrogen. Estrogen is a pro-inflammatory hormone, especially metabolites or breakdown products of estrogen that have to be cleared out by bile and require a healthy and functioning liver as well as intestine, and also require a healthy population of gut flora, of gut bacteria, intestinal bacteria, so-called good bacteria. So for dealing with fibromyalgia, first and foremost, you want to focus on the digestive system. That is the intestine. You want to eliminate problem foods. Gluten can be a problem for some folks. Sugar can be a problem for some folks. Gluten and sugar are a problem for a lot of folks, actually. Food intolerances, food allergies, dairy allergies can be a problem. Egg allergies, soy allergies. You got to look for problem foods and then you want to eliminate them. Most people will notice that their fibromyalgia symptoms become softened or reduced when they fast. And that's a clue there as well. So you might want to do a 2 or 3 day fast and then reintroduce foods carefully, one at a time. That's called the elimination diet with a food diary. You want to keep track of everything that you're eating and how your body responds to those foods. And it becomes much more obvious, your symptoms become much more obvious, and the connection between what you're eating and the symptoms become much more clear if you fast for a couple of days. Plus a fast will usually tend to make your symptoms subside a little bit. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're using intestinal support. That is gut bacteria first and foremost. Also fiber that can feed gut bacteria. So fermented foods, especially fermented veggies, which will provide you with fiber plus good bacteria. Supplementing with a good probiotic supplement. Using vegetable juices. That can do double duty for the intestine. Vegetable juices provide you with fiber. Plus they have nitrogen, which is very important for helping sustain the gut bacteria. All bacteria love nitrogen. Then you can use things to patch up a leaky gut. Glutamine powder can help. Fucoidan or algae can help. A substance called high hyaluronic acid. Bone soup, especially with chicken bones, because chicken bones have a lot of cartilage, and cartilage can be very soothing for the digestive system. But interestingly, for the connective tissue in the digestive system, and the connective tissue inflammation that can cause distress, pain, just misery, associated with fibromyalgia sometimes goes into leaky gut syndrome because the connective tissue breaks down and becomes inflamed as a system. So patching up the gut using glutamine powder, using fucoidan, using high hyaluronic acid, food diary elimination diet, probiotics. You should also be using bile salts, B-I-L-E, bile salts. Estrogen is cleared out of the digestive system with bile. Anything you can do to support the liver. NAC, N-acetylcysteine, can help. Maybe 500 milligrams a day. Selenium helps, very important for the liver. Building a substance called glutathione, which is one of the body's most important detoxifying substances, is an important strategy. Glutathione is made with cysteine, which you'll get from N-acetylcysteine, glycine, which you can get as a supplement, or you'll get in your bone broth or bone soup. And also bone broth protein is a good source of glycine. And then the amino acid glutamine, which is found in whey protein as well as bone broth protein. And you can get glutamine straight powder. You can get glutamine by itself as a supplement, or you can get glutamine in organ meats and high protein foods. Also, keeping your blood sugar stable. Spikes in blood sugar can exacerbate inflammation. So you've got lots of wonderful strategies for dealing with fibromyalgia nutritionally. If you employ these strategies correctly, for most people, you're going to notice relief from your fibromyalgia symptoms pretty darn quickly. All right, that's it for now. We'll talk to you again real soon. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.